Jerusalem, ikayalami, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Yawo yami alikholana, uso wami awukholana, ilondoloze, uhambe nami. Yawo yami alikholana, uso wami awukholana, ilondoloze, uhambe nami. Yami alikholana, uso wami awukholana, ilondoloze, uhambe nami. Yawo yami alikholana, uso wami awukholana, ilondoloze, uhambe nami. Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Yawo yami alikholana, uso wami awukholana, ilondoloze, uhambe nami.
Hello, peoples.
Hello.
You guys are here. Welcome. You guys give me one. Come on.
Oh.
I host you.
I guess somebody did not pay their internet. And I'm going to tell you that I have a bill. No amo makia.
Mondo ya America na wifi kora.
Jokire dutite makofo.
Omo the ndakwira kwanza. Wewe on time. Wewe ndakwira wewe na niwe kogire na player of the day.
Ndigiga ke.
Akiwa na gutiuma ona ngienda tukunengere kina musuma ni tungia kugurira musuma.
Undisputed. Idea get disappointed mono.
Pole.
Oh, you're back.
I am back. I'm back. I need to do something real quick.
Atene biro takorehete.
Who said that?
Near kire pay bill na baha footnote ini.
Hey, Tapini hauze.
Hauze kire pay bill.
Eyo itago token. Oh yeah.
Okay, so guys, we are happy. We are back. It's another Sunday. We are excited. Let me just give me 1 second, guys. I have a dog here, just like Kamande. So today, I'm so excited because we are back again. And this time round, we have Peter. Hey, at least today we can hear him very well. So welcome, Desh, and it's his birthday. So I got a special dedication for him. So you guys have to allow. I know.
And just to let the viewers know, he's not at a Starbucks. He has tokens for his internet, so he's not disappearing today.
No, we're gonna sing him a happy birthday song.
Hey, Grace, go samba zire.
Wait, sing a happy birthday song.
Wow.
There you go.
This is the funniest song. Peter!
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Bye. What I was telling you about the cats.
There you go. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You are welcome. And we are excited to have you back again. And we have Mama Fuadi all the way from Italy. Yay!
Thank you.
And one and only, Mr. Commander Victor. Hey. I was actually looking forward to this day, to be honest. I was looking forward to have the diamonds in the house. We have our men, we call them the diamonds. So I'm going to jump in. By that tumedecide leo tunaanza na tongue twister. Kila mtu afanye tongue twister yake. Na tunaanza na Kamande.
I thought mwenye akona birthday ni anafaa kutufungulia hii nini.
You know what? I agree with you.
Tusimpite. It is his day.
It is his day. It's his day.
Nyaji na gwekate.
Internet ya kukeora.
Hata kama ama ya Kikuyu?
Oh, it has to be Kikuyu.
It doesn't matter. It can be Kikuyu.
Okay. Kana, kona, kola, kola. Nako, kola, kona, kana, kola, kola.
Okay. Eure.
At least
Ewa ya
karea
ithuothe.
Kwena andå mena thä na rä u harä tå kinyä
Let me first remove this and hide that ticker. So I don't think umesema the way it's supposed to be, but we're gonna let it slide because it's your birthday. Right?
Yani umeponea tu hivi.
Kadogo. So we're gonna let it slide. Yeah.
Next Sunday. Public demand nitoka kimicokera rigi.
Okay.
So I'll be immune. On the next Sunday you're immune.
Na ndugathie gucera gwa cucu wandikirwo.
What about you, Kamande?
Ngai wa iguru ona riu njoi kau muno kau auga no riu hena kangi ndabundithitio ni tata kauga gwatiriri cucu ciere ciana ciaku ciothe ciorio ciuga ciothe ciuma ciao ciuge ciuga ciothe ciuma ciaku ciuga ndokire kurealize ne guard a guard so ciana ciorio whose guard is this ciuge all of the guards are yours. No riu hena andu angi matangihota kuga uguo tare mauga gachukari na gachai
Shosho wario ciona ciothe ciorio ciuga ciuge ciao ciuge ciare. It's hard.
So ciere ciana ciaku ciothe ciorio ciuga ciare ciao
ciorio ciare
ciuga ciothe ciare ciaku. There you go.
Ciuga.
You have to come from Muranga or Kiambu for you to have that sura.
Yes.
Murians don't have that.
Kiambu.
Ne Kiambu kana Muranga.
Yeah. Now, wait, Joyce, what is your tongue twister?
Tongue twister nakona ni rama ni mwabali shukuru watu kana. Do the tongue twister ko.
Tore na Kipsigis.
Happy birthday.
Oh my. No.
Thank you.
Me, I'll do the English one. She sells seashells at the seashore. She sells seashells at the seashore. Right?
Na moguo niguo irikaga ndithia na mbere gukira hau.
Ne dai humo no kamande ni aratu.
Ndi tatare ni aratu iranja ni uratu reta njugu karanga riu ndona.
She sells seashells
at the seashore. And something no it's long again.
Tajiriria na Mrs. Kamau sells.
Na niguo wetete.
Mr. Kamau sells seashells at the seashore. I got it.
How ni tu kurekera tondu tota kurega auto mute ithuothe.
That's right. So anyway, we have
mama fuadi tutina igwa yake ya Kipsigis.
Ule ni kuririkana ndirarikana.
Kiaria ki Italiano. Tu kurekera. Ako tutikunyita no tuhenie na tutikomenya.
Kana turume.
Nekire ngakore kamande ne gwenye tumugabate. Aya malugo na atakomera ni jwe ya Italiani. Ndimaro gaso.
No nyetaru uge agetheria kuga auge mboga auge mboco na Kiitaliano we no ngawe niguo etagwo. Na tugure makofi.
Yeah.
Kuria ndo mokaga kuma kuria kwa Arabu we. Agikinya guku mucii ndarenda gwitua ni aragia Kiarabu no tondu ndarakinyita riu augaga marito ma matauni maku macio ndangä
Kawangware
ate wo shuhada karama Deira.
need my.
Icio nĩ cĩtĩ cia na kũu. Ai. Reke ona host witũ ndamwĩra rĩu ora nĩwe wa catch we nĩwe wathiĩ atũtiga tũrĩ othe tondũ twaregana tongue twister yake.
Angaje Google.
Ndathiĩ Google. Reke ngwĩre ndiĩ kana ndamũheire rũgano rwa rĩrĩ mũthuri wahoithagia na kũrĩa gwitũ marĩ mathiko akĩriganĩrwo rĩtwa rĩa mũtigaire. Rĩu nĩanjĩrĩirie mahoya akiuga Ngai nĩ twoka mbere yaku mũthukia na ti mũthukia wa itugĩ na tũrenda gwĩkĩra mbarĩ ĩno ya Kamau akiuga ĩni na we wamenya tathiĩ na mbere. Rĩu kĩũria kĩenere tũkona kĩo tũtiĩ kana mbarĩ ya Kamau nĩ ya kĩrathithirwo kana mahoya makinyire harĩa ũguo mũraika akĩrigwo nũ gũtũmagĩrwo matiarĩ na return to sender. Koguo karũgano kau gabundithirie kĩndũ kĩmwe ũngĩgathiĩ kũhoithia mbere ya kĩrĩndĩ ona kaba warie kĩranguji matoĩ ona kaba uge Addis Ababa tondũ hota gũgatĩria mũndũ kĩrathimo gĩake. Rĩu Kamau handũ etereire gwakinya matu-inĩ ũrĩa warĩ wamũthagana nĩorire ndairwo directions. Uba yatũthirwo ĩkĩũra.
Ũrĩa warĩ na irathimo ciake ciothe.
Uba yorire. Tũgwĩciragia nĩ kũrakara ũrakarire.
Ndio story kau ahena. Unaona kumfanya sisangu mpaka amelia. Oh my God.
Nĩngandĩka gabuku njuge kĩrathimo gĩa Kamau ũrĩa kĩorire. Welcome back.
Thank you. Anyway, today we have the continuation of what we were talking last week, right? And we talked about the relationship, and we talked about domestic violence. But today, we were requested to go over the relationships in diaspora, and we're gonna go in depth. We are also going to talk about the raising kids in diaspora and see how we can handle these issues. Sounds good?
Yes, ma'am.
Ready? Okay.
Beautiful.
And feel free if you want to speak in English or you want to communicate in Kikuyu. I would rather you communicate in Swahili, the better. But I want you guys to be comfortable. The reason why we have this platform is so you can share your truth. You don't have to kujipamba some other things. Be you, be true to yourself. Share the knowledge you have, the experience you have. This is a real, raw platform. It's called the 7 Kenyan Golden Girls. Now, it was birthed from the 7 sisters. We are 7 in our family, but now we have added the diamonds now.
The diamond.
Hey. So I'm excited. Because some people were complaining that we were biased, right? Being just women, and we don't have the other side of the... So anyway, my first question, there was a debate just the other day, and I'm going to open this up because it's going to open the worm, right? If a guy dates, or if a guy dates a girl, or they have just a 1-night, 2-night stand, right? And he figures, I don't want this girl, I don't feel this girl anymore, but I happen to like the sister, or I am interested with the sister who is more appealing to me than the one that I slept with, or I had a 1-night crush. Is it acceptable? And I'm gonna
hata niongee na Kiswahili ati umesema nini? Ati sasa huyu kijana anipende, tukae na yeye siku 2, halafu aseme hadipendi feelings zake ni za kwako, ni wewe my sister.
Hata muachane, maybe hata mumeachana, you have separated,
hata kama tumeseparate,
and then down the line maybe they connect with your sister, and if they connect with your sister, he happens to like your sister and he feels strong about your sister. Do you think it's acceptable? And if not, why? Ongea, uwanja ni wako, nimefungua the platform is yours and somebody else to take over.
For me, it's a no.
Why is it a no?
Tereke jigwa na kia mada modi mara uati hata na weteke no menye unajua hawa ni advantage kwao. Kwa sababu wanakula umoja alafu wakule ingine. Hebu nataka kusikia maneno yenu.
Huyu ni yako na internet. Acha tusikia ya huyu ni yako na internet last time.
Huyu. That's what do you think?
Well, I would say it's a very touchy subject. First, the first sister walikuwa na story naye. So your relationship to some extent walikuwa wameenda far. And now to fast track it forward, amekuwa na sana the other sister. So kuna a place if that it will last for a period of years, itakuwa inaleta conflict of interest. Ile time watu wamepatana nyumbani. You can't trust guy now. Kuna the other night, you feel like now they are rekindling what they had. So to me, I don't think that one can work.
What if the sister, what if the first sister has already moved on and is married now? The other one is not married.
I think if they had kept it a secret, that's better. But okay, if there's no blood related, that's a different story. That's a different story. Yeah. If they're friends, that's a different story. But
no, I'm talking about blood sister. I'm talking about blood sister.
No.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's tricky. I cannot advocate for that.
What do you say, Kamande?
From your explanation and from what I understand, there has to be something that I would say it's a two-part answer from your explanation. Todo, if it was a relationship, and Venyedeja amesema, that would bring conflict because sababu you don't know how far these people went. But if it was a fling, or as you're saying, a one-time, two-time occasion, and it happened over a period of time, there were no kind of emotions involved.
Right.
Then I would say it is up to the kind of understanding both of them get into. And when I say both, I mean the sisters. Because if the other sister, let's say this example that you give, she's moved on and she's married and whatever, yes, there's going to be some kind of friction if it just happens out of the blues and she's not aware of it. But if it was something that was a very serious relationship, then that I would say a no. But if it was a fling, the way you explained in the first place, I think there should be some kind of a leeway on that because time matters a lot. And when I say that and where I'm basing it from is about King Henry, the one who started the Anglican Church, Bishop of Canterbury. So he was married to his dad's brother wife, which was the people in West Kenya, they have that teroburu. They still kind of practice that. So King Henry, back in those days, the traditions for the white people back then, the English, was that because your brother was married and they did not have a kid, a son who was to carry over the family name, you get inherited by your brother. And now he's the king. So he doesn't really have an option when it comes to the traditions. But he doesn't love the woman that he inherited. but the woman had a sister, and he had eyes for the sister. He liked the sister better. They got together with the sister in a kind of, I think, an understanding way, much better than the wife from the brother. So he went ahead and decided he wants to get a divorce. And the Pope said no. So he said, screw you, started the Anglican Church, and life moves on. So what's my point on that, and what's my take from the kind of discussion that you ask? I think two factors matter. The kind of emotional connection that was there between these two people, and that is coupled up with the time frame. Because if it was just a fling, it wasn't anything serious. If it was a relationship, then there was a lot involved, and that would be a no. Because the man should actually consider the emotional impact that he's going to have towards this family. Like Dash said, there will be meetings. There will be meetings. It's just one of those things.
Come on, but what do you mean by relationship? Kama mimi nataka kujua kama mnaongea mambo ya kudate ati wamedate hivyo tu hawajalala pamoja.
No, my question was what do you think if a guy anakuwa na a relationship, maybe it's a one, in America they call it I'm not going to mention that name, a one night stand. Yeah, one night stand. Yeah, but there was no relationship.
Nani kitambo probably.
Nani kitambo. But then he pops up down the line, and out of how people connect, aka connect na sister yake, and now he likes the sister. Do you think it's acceptable for them to have a relationship?
Well,
be honest.
Feel?
Eh?
How does the sister feel? How does the sister feel?
The sister doesn't know
who they had a. Oh, should I know?
Is she married? Is she married? Am single?
She's married.
No, because the
she's married.
Anajua ni makosa.
Then
even the sister anajua ni makosa. Kwa nini hajamwambia sister yake mpaka saa hii? It's very wrong.
My question would be, Mama Faudi, what if the other sister is married? She's happy where she is. It's just about a matter of time for them to tell her. I think that would not be a problem.
Okay. All these sisters of mine wako single. Sasa nikute ati mtu nimkute wamekaa sasa na my ex. No.
Na bwanako endi mahali.
Hata kama haendi, it is impossible. No, it is impossible.
Ni kama sasa situation kama yako. Ulikuwa unapush na chali moja kitambo, and then down the line Grace is single, aende akapatane na yeye na wapendane. What do you think? How do you think it's acceptable? How would you feel? No. How would you react?
No. Kwanza huyu mwanaume kitu ya kwanza ni mwanaume kigeugeu. Hapana. No.
Ni mwanaume mwitu.
Yeah, ni mwitu. These are the bad people, the bad men. Unajua tena nikwambie, unajua mwanaume saa zingine hata kama hana feelings, maybe you are dating like the way you are saying. Akikuacha wakati hana feelings na nini, haendangi kutafuta mbali, anakujenga anatafuta hapa karibu rafiki yako ama kazini yako. These ni wanaume wao. I know what you are talking about.
Wanaitwa wanaume mwitu.
Wanajifanya hivyo ati hawana feelings, lakini wakitoka hapo washakula hiyo sako yote ya mabesi wako. Now I understand what kind of man you are talking about.
That's the kind of man I'm asking. Do you think it's acceptable?
Mtetee. Kwa sababu
kama tetea huyo mwanaume mwitu.
Nitetee mwanaume mwitu.
Tetea mwanaume mwitu.
Okay, acha niseme siwezi mwita mwanaume mwitu pasi. Unajua kwa nini? It still depends on the factors, and the two factors that I'm looking at is, was it a fling or it was a relationship? Kwa sababu if it was a serious thing, the other woman could have stayed. Angekaa na huyu mwanaume na wangekuwa na maisha. Lakini kwa sababu pia yeye alikuwa ana understand it's a fling, then anaweza enda aolewe na nini. Lakini kama ilikuwa ni relationship, these people, they actually shared their ideas about life and they were together and had the same purpose. I think that is a no. Kwa sababu, what I understand from this situation, if I go to a club kama sahi kuna corona, kuna wimbo inaimba corona yathira madharau ni ugutiga ndere nyuaga kina thaa inyanya cia tuko ngeinaga mugithi na ngakuhoreria thimu. That is going to be a hit song when corona ends in Kenya. I'm pretty sure Dejon and Ejo and a ticket see everybody. So if I decide to go to a mugithi night and let's say I meet a girl, and this girl tumepatana, tumekula story nini and stuff happens that night, and let's say we connect one more time and that ends, and then a year later there's another corona epic thing and I go to do the same thing again. If I go to do the same thing, now I meet the sister, but the sister, we connect in a very different level, where not that I had eyed her before. It just happened. She's there. She's a beautiful woman. I start talking to her. Then I discover she's a sister to this person. But my intentions are very different from what I had the previous time. It just happens they're, friends. They're sisters. They're related. So I think the dude should be given the leeway on that. But if it was at the Moikaridena Modo, you dated for 3-4 years, and then, you are going to family functions and whatever, you are known as the husband, you are there, then that is a no. And I agree with that. And I say no. And I agree with you on that point. And it is because it will bring chaos the way that she's saying. No, something happened. How never got that kijana mwitu.
Kama ade kunge happen ile kile ade muhikani my sister ori. Maybe you are with me for 2 days, 1 day, the way you want to call it. Leo na my sister. Muiguane muhikani. Just remember there will be no respect between me and you. No, you as my brother-in-law, there will be no respect.
That's true. Part of it.
That's very true. And that is the bad part because it will trickle down.
Yes. It is not
makes sense.
Resource conflict.
Kana KDF.
Me I see it in a different light. And I know I had to think this thing through, right? Because I know, like in the Bible, how like somebody like Jacob, alioa Leah, and then Gojea akaoa Rachel, their sisters, right? We've had people in the Bible that did that. I do not think, to me, especially with the age and the time that we are living in, I look at it from a psychological point of view. Mtu akalala na sister yangu, and then I happen to be in the picture. The fact that you shared that intimate moment, I don't know whether that picture can go away if I was to have an intimate moment with you. And as you said, the winner here is the man. The man is the one who is.
Yes, mwanaume pasi ameupanji wewe.
Yeah, the man is the winner.
Unajua mwanaume fisi, unajua mwanaume hata kikana huyu sister yangu huyu mwingine. Ujue saa zingine atarudingi pole hata kwangu. Ndio hata aonje kwangu. Huyu ni mwanaume fisi. Si unasikia?
Ana nini mate, ana craving and drooling.
Anatembea mbali, anatembea mbali kutafuta, ni hapo tu kwa hiyo nyumba. Anakula hapa, anatoka hapo, anakula. Basi ati anaenda mbali. No,
so the vote is a no. The vote is a no.
It's a no. It's a no.
It's a no.
Don't aginyariria.
Kama ndame kata.
Don't aginyariria.
No, miss sijakata ni venye I think the vote is 4 no's and 1 yes.
4 no's and 1 yes.
Yes, 4 no's and 1 yes. Because my answer was a 2-part answer. And actually, you did a good thing to bring up the story of Rachel and Jacob. Because Jacob, hena karionete, no agithia kirwa atiriri, uyu niwe ngukunengera. But he took another 7 years, na utiare na kirumi. But the psychological part of it, it matters a lot. Todo, ona nige korode modore ya doka date that family, digeda gutuika ni inda tumire family tigane. You understand? That would be a very...
Yeah, that can happen too.
Yeah. Todo nekure head division, and that is the biggest thing that can happen. But once again, I still kind of say it depends on the circumstances that led this to happen.
One of our viewers said no, it's a no-go zone. So it's a no-go zone.
So I guess it's 5-1.
It's 5-1. 5-1. We're getting the points. 5-1. They say no sleeping, no dating systems.
No.
In the time and age.
So let me ask you, in that kind of scenario, what if it was a reversed scenario where the girl had a one-night stand with the brother and then fell in love with the second brother, and this is in a period of an extended time? Yes, ma'am. If this was a reversed, if this was reversed,
I can say something about that. I can say something about that. I think when it comes to a woman, women are very secretive, right? In general. So they can hide that as a secret for the longest time. I do not think the guys would look at it in like a woman. To them, it's still a win. To a man, it's still a win.
It is a win for the other girl, because if the second brother has loved her and is ready to settle down and get married to her, and the first brother was not willing to do that, or she was not willing to do that with the first brother, it is a win for her. Remember, when intimacy happens, most of it is from the choice of the woman in the first place.
That's true.
So she's the one who chose to go away from the first guy and get the second dude that she wanted. So it is a win for her.
It's a win for her, but men, when it comes to sleeping with women, I don't think there's any time that they count it as a loss. It's always a win.
Now I'm just left by myself. I'm actually shocked. Desh, come back, please.
Come on,
yeah.
Come on. It's a 6-1. Somebody else saying it's an observation. Yes, it's a no-go zone.
No,
I need my supporter back.
I think men at all times, it's a win to them. Sleeping with a woman, to them, it's always a win.
Yes.
You know, we don't walk around with scorecards like a golf course.
I don't know about that.
It is always a hit or miss on the connection, because we also have emotions. We also fall in love.
No-go zone, honey.
No-go zone.
So you lost.
And she put an evil face.
An evil face, yes, to say it's a no-go zone. So that's a no-go zone. Now so because now we know that one is a no-go zone, I want to ask about the relationship in diaspora. And the reason why I'm asking this relationship about diaspora, because we see how things go. Relationships in diaspora is not like relationships back at home, right? Over here, it's different. Whether it's because of the whether it's because of the pressure of this country, whether it's because of the availability, whether it's because of choice, but things are different here versus back at home. Why do you think relationships huku zinakuwaga hard versus back at home? Kamande.
Oh, me? Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Because again, I mean, we are going over what we talked last week, but it's something that people requested that we come back again and talk about it, because people are lonely, people are looking and searching. So we need to find out what is going on. Why are they having a hard time having a relationship here in diaspora in general versus back at home?
So you said people are searching, people are looking, and they're ending up in sisters.
I wish I could. I will invite you, Saina. Let me invite you, Saina. You'll have another name.
Yeah. I need Saina. Come on, man.
I will invite him as you're giving us the answer.
Well, I will. I know. Support. I don't know Joy Kagui. Ojikaria na Kagui na kina Dinoria kane kamwana kane kairetu. Takore kairetu.
Saina nimekuinvite.
You know, yeah. I tell you.
Come on board. We need more. We need more diamonds. So why do you think it's a problem?
I can only answer from my experience because I've never dated had a serious relationship back home. I came to this country very young, and my major relationships have happened here. I think one of the things Iguga I see being a hindrance is the kind of schedule that we have here, and of which the schedule itself should not be a hindrance in making a relationship work. Kwa sababu the schedule decides who you are. It should not change who you are. If you met someone and you are married to them or you are building a life with them, you should be able to accommodate them in any kind of circumstances, because that person may get sick, and if they get sick, doesn't mean that because they cannot wake up and bring the $4,500 they are bringing every month to the relationship, if you are actually serious about them, that you should crash. You can downgrade, you can do all that, you know. So the schedule is not per se, but what that schedule does, it brings a certain kind of entitlement that I see with a lot of, you know, even I can say some of my friends, even I'm in that position where, you know, I'm feeling kind of entitled because I'm doing all this and this for a simple thing like to pay rent, to pay for the bills, to pay for the insurance. I should expect a certain kind of away from my person that I'm dating or the person that I'm married to. And when that does happen, or when that does not happen, you start having some kind of I call them silly fights and silly disagreements that you cannot see eye to eye about, you know. And then you put pressures that should not be there in a relationship. Like, Amazing Grace, let's say if I was dating you, what else would I want from you other than coming home and I'm smelling beautiful things in the house, there's food in the house, and then I have to equate it to, oh, because I pay half the bills, you need to pay half the bills and all these. When you say no, then let's say when the katwe kucha vibaya venye mnenanga kwa chinchong or kiararu tukendo giruta, why would I want to kick you out? Was I with you because you are providing a certain support to me? Or was I with you because I chose to be in love with you? Not even to love, we don't even choose love. You don't choose who you fall in love with. And when that happens, you just have to consider the way you want that person to treat you, treat them the same way, reciprocate the same kind of feeling that you're having. And that is what in diaspora I think we have lost. We have become entangled in I've drove Mercedes, I've drove BMWs, I've lived in houses, nasio that is here negra happiness. But the moment I was living with a girl Floyd on an air mattress, watching a laptop, I was happy, you know. So people forget the essence of what relationships mean. Na tokagia this kind of pseudo idea of what it should be, and that is the biggest cost that we have. No hokire todo nida graduate student dunda tuikanathi dra huagira Walmart Cologne iria sia testers. Now I want to go to Ultra Care and buy the most expensive. They thought, you know, the guys that I work with, you know, you get that kind of mentality. If you date somebody, grow with them. Negra they should have, and then grow with them. Understand them. They may be so good in something that you think you are in, but they may be that integral part to even grow your business, grow your career, or even give you a sane mind. Because people get married and the woman does not even work. She lives home, takes care of the family, and they have a very good.
That's why they go. Good, Commander.
So do you think that's why they go home? Because I'm not wengi, but we have a lot of them going get their spouses back at home instead of even trying to find spouses where they are.
Well, if you are married to somebody, just because you are going to somewhere you consider greener pastures, and I put that in parentheses because having lived in the diaspora for that long, it is greener pastures. The amount of effort you have to put. I know you are in the kind of line that I work, and I know sometimes you're on the phone until midnight, 1 a.m., 3 a.m., and you're getting phone calls in between. That kind of stress is not good for your mind. And greener pastures. At the end of the day, you don't go hungry. When you go home, to get your wife or your husband, if you are married to that person and mlikuwa na yeye pamoja, have the respect ya treat the right way. So si ati juu umekuja to greener pastures, you just let them angamia huko, hati I'll be sending you money nini ukona minji ugatengania na minji kumbe minji ne nathi ne aria magiteaga andu uria mwakiugire kwa ikioja na watigire mundu uria wendete mucie. Give her an equal chance to fight for that relationship. Bring her here. Okagia kichwa ngumu we gethie kwi minji. Other than that, jenga maisha.
Good news, Peter, because you have been on both sides. You have been on both sides of diaspora, and you have been both sides Pandile and Guinea. What do you think about this relationship in diaspora and back at home?
Pardon?
What do you think? What's your intake? I'm a diaspora. He was in Qatar. In Dubai. So you have been on both sides.
Diaspora, I think diaspora is overrated. Adomadi Koreare. Kanatwadi ketu kuga adomadi kanatwadi there's some cultures that we tend to like to ignore. Na goshiria ore ni kitiati. Last time commander alikuwa maiput poa sana. And also mama Fuadi alijaribu kudai how you treat your husband. Ati onogo kwa muma irare adu makrona kiria shiao. No your line of duties.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Like now kiria kihetedi na monori. Now everyone feels like they are equal. You know, like
Yes.
Kitambo, the difference between now and time of our mom, the time of Kina mom, they were not educated. So they were oppressed in the sense of like they are not earning. So it's like they don't have a voice. Now they have a voice because they are earning. Out of that voice now, they are turning the table around. Now they feel like, okay, this house, we are paying for the house, we are staying in this house. So everything should be half-half. Unfortunately, maybe the husband is not earning as much as the wife is earning. So now, the problem is start now creeping in, story by story, whereby now even the respect also will start to deteriorate. But back here in Kenya, or back at home, things are different. I'd say to some extent, there's still that respect.
Yes.
There's still that, like, okay, you went to work, I was also working, but it's still, the wife will still do her duties. But
Yes.
in the diaspora, they feel like, for one, they feel like the Sharias there, they are protecting them.
Yes. Tiga.
911. 911.
Eh,
911 is
Happy Sunday Mukundi.
nani waje kumana.
So
Nani waje kwera na ya dhuhuri. Uri ongiaraka muri kai coffee 911.
alafu leo makaje ku abuse those institutions. Ile sivyo ndio kwa shige tutaibia.
Right.
The diaspora, they have gone wameenda overboard. Na nikiora kora, there's a lot of divorce. There's a lot of single parenting. It's not like they don't agree. They were agreeing. They were in a one accord when they were starting it. But along the way, now people start feeling like, no, I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm not supposed to be cleaning your clothes. I'm not supposed to be doing cook for you. Why should I cook for you? Hata nimelipa hao and kind of stuff. So I think back at home things are better than. Also,
Yes.
there's that pressure. Also, you're not having enough time as a couple. Everyone is on the run. Labda ulikuwa
Right.
shift ya usiku, mwingine naye ameingia asubuhi, hata hakuna time.
Right.
Even raising the kids, you don't even have time for the
Yes.
kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mtoiwe,
Yes.
you're only pampering kids. You're only pampering kids with stuff. Those stuff, they're not making up the kid at yakue.
Right.
Like venye tulilewa.
Eh.
So for me, I think also diaspora people are not taking that serious. Maneno watoi. There's an issue that need to be discussed.
Yeah.
You know, I agree. I'm sorry. I'm gonna couple that with something. We laugh at tumeta makata at a material culture misplaced ngado negotuga. And then we forget one thing. What that Oma Hitokeire, as we were never forced to lose our culture. It was our choice to lose the culture.
And these ones are losing.
Era na high rate nene muno. Tari uoga kindu kimwe single parenting. Let me ask you. Kuma waciarirwo wi Kenya kina hindi iria wamenyire you can get wet dreams. You never had anything called co-parenting. Then all of a sudden it has become the terminology that we are seeing in our homes nowadays. It's like people are getting married for a season. It's like there is a 50 shade of gray in how many people you can bang or bag or whatever you want to call it. Now, I think that is a choice. And then we try to assimilate in a culture that we do not understand, to where we still think our culture is demeaned as a backwards culture. Like
interesting.
So like monogamy. Monogamy is something that as Christians should practice, but we still have our own African culture which allows polygamy, but it is not allowed in a stupid way like the culture here portrays it to be. Si ati niko na bibi makini na niko na girlfriend sijui wapi na side chick, and you see that tickling down. Yes, amazing, Grace.
I, Grace, hereby bind and reject and I don't want to say rebuke because I'm not trying to rebuke anybody, but I refuse that polygamous. It's Grace. I did not say anybody else. Your guys out there, each for his own.
Me there. Join me there.
House,
I'm with you.
We shall serve the Lord in a monogamous way.
I will expound. I will expound on that. Okay. I will expound on that. When our African culture was allowing us, and still kind of somehow allows us to have a polygamous kind of a situation, it has more character. You don't wake up and you say, leo naenda koinange nitatafuta kale kasichana kanajua kutwaka and I'm gonna be happy. Your first wife has to actually kind of, their cultures, even the first wife chooses the second wife for you. There was a process, you know.
Yeah, but lakini hiyo modho hii ndio ameita kwa sababu wako na any income. Sasa walikuwa wamewekwa kama slavery. The women were like slaves. Hawakuwa naongea. Bwana anasema nataka bibi mwingine, anasema sawa.
Acha sasa nikulete kwa hiyo slavery. Unaona sasa tumekuja tumeadopt the culture. No. I know I have a point that I did not finish, and please don't mute me. So we come here and we adopt this culture, and we have this thing. The same thing Dash said. This kind of admiration of single parenthood or co-parenting, or all this. Now it takes you back to a very simple thing. We are Black people. We are subjected to the same rules that apply to the Black people here. Right. If you go back to the 1800s, now come back to 1700s, come back to Mama Fuadi's point. Now this is where the slavery comes in. The system here was already made to break the Black family up. Breaking the slave. That is the speech that was given in a market in Virginia. And it meant a very simple thing. How do you break a nigger? That is what the statement was. And he gave a speech for 1.5 hours. And how do you break that? You take the man, when he's done working in the fields, He comes home before he even eats, because they're still Africans. The culture to serve the husband is still there. You're being forced to marry this guy, so he's your protector. By the time she's bringing you food, the master comes and whoops you on the back and drags you outside. The kids are watching that. The woman is watching that. Who is left to be the strength to these kids? It is the woman. So the woman will teach the kids to grow up knowing that the white man is the king, that even a man who's black cannot help you. And that is taught down through all the way until there was the stupid thing that Lincoln did of saying that all slaves are free. And here we are, tickle down 2020. We have people getting married, people divorcing, women glorifying single parenthood, single woman. Oh, single ladies, independent woman, I'm independent woman. There's nothing like that. There's a role that we were all assigned through creation. And that role, men are providers, women are nurturers. If you come to my house, it does not smell like roses, because I don't even know where to shop for those roses. But if I have a woman in the house, I'll be coming home to a romantic thing. I'll be coming home to a cooked meal. If I have a baby, I'll be taking my role to take care of the baby. If she has to work, because the system does not allow us to do, but don't use the system to make it, to glorify being an asshole. I'm sorry, lack of a better word, because that is what we see every day, and that is what we see every year. Until we get that mentality that our culture is bad out of our heads and stick to what we know. Ciana icieragwo ikarerwo ni family. Ciana itireragwo ni nyina ebiki, itireragwo ni ithe ebiki. Gokwe waguthwo ruhi, call 911. That's abuse. No ndukaguthane ruhi and then don't expect to be dished the same. Wata ukawa na mundu muru, wata kuguthana ruhi na woguthwo. Angĩkorwo nĩ kanua mũtumia, tiga kanua. Angĩkorwo nĩ mũthuri, tiga kũnyua mũno. Jenga nyumba. You know, simple basics that we were taught growing up, but we want to take this Western culture and put it as our own. And that is why we are getting to where we are. We have suicides. We have kids who come home from college. They find the parents separated. They never knew that. Modo wako ya musiga. We had a case here in Texas. The kid took a gun, went to a park, shot himself. 18-year-old. Why? Because we want to live in big houses. Toduneda kuita independent woman. Toduneda kuga I'm a man who nimelala na kila mtu Dallas. Tickle down, 30-40 years later, we have lost our diaspora community. And it's a sad reality.
Well, so that takes me, because of those challenges, the diaspora, that takes me to the question here last time, to is it okay for a younger guy dating an older lady? Or is it okay? Because in the African community, it is okay for an older guy to date a younger girl, but the vice versa is a taboo. It's like a taboo, right?
Come on.
You know, Mama Fuadi alituambia last time. Mama Fuadi alituambia last time. Tuguka tule tuguka tu wazungu wenye tunakuwa na oxygen. They go in Kenya or they go to Africa and they will still find a wife, right? Hata wakiwa na oxygen, they will still find a wife. But it's dang hard for a woman who is older like that. Apata mwanaume.
Hebu ni pawe ni.
Hata amesimama.
I don't think it's a fair thing.
Oh, I think I'll have to charge ameenda kutafuta charger.
Sijatoroka. Na power nilikuwa naweka power.
Isipotee power saizi lazima tutakuuliza swali ngumu. Lazima utuambie hii maneno.
No. Nilikuwa naonga.
Wewe tu unaona aje wewe? Each for his own.
A younger man and the older woman. Mutimia miaka 6 tena mwanake ameready.
Commander, I know, but I don't think it's wrong. Commander alisema +3 - 3. I'm like, you know what? Each for his own.
I've adjusted to about 5-6 years.
Stop it.
Plus or minus. To be fair.
So, what happened between last Sunday and this Sunday? In a span of 7 days that you changed.
The weather changed.
Oh, the weather.
Yeah, the weather and the walk to Damascus.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's okay.
Dash is back. Please take me off the hot seat, Dash.
Sorry.
Dash-
Sorry. It was not intentional. Sorry.
No problem.
What's your
Okay.
intake?
Okay, I was saying, suppose now we separate when someone is at 45 or 50 for a guy. His age group, either they are married, all divorced, or maybe she's a widow. To get to that, that number is very limited. To get yourself to that circle, so you will end up having a younger ready.
Atlere basi peke gori we unataka kuniambia mimi wanaume, when you go with young girls is not because of the feelings or because of that excuse of yours.
There's a lot of attributes in that.
Oh yeah, okay, give us those attributes.
Me, I want to know. I'm very interested.
Go to the module and wrinkles. Nene,
unaona ndina muthuri wa miaka ite koguo no ndirenda kumenya niki aroraga tuiritu.
Educate us why you guys go for younger women. You don't want records.
And then the other thing is, I think one of my brothers, maybe it was Kamau, it was Kenyan or Kamande, had raised that issue. Nuona adumera go mukorona kanaka old age. Ile yani mumezeeka kale unaambia nitolio hiyo that slippers kwa kiti iko down. Au ene uniletea kiatu. So of course need to air determine. So you'll get you'll find ori harina a generation gap kidogo. Ni ukuhota kuattend. To attend to that guy than muri age yemwe. And I didn't want to tukikula na ihenya. So I think that one also Dioro abo yutino Kenya Juiru.
I know.
I think okay, those are part of those are career part of attributes ile diguga shigetoma old men going for younger women.
Something that you can be able to control, like a puppy.
No. Control is out of yani hakuna mtu anaweza kukupenda umlazimishe upende mtu au wewe ulazimishe upende mtu.
When I mean control,
so
it's when you
if you're being controlled.
Yeah, it's them that you tell them jump and they jump. If you tell them to sit, they sit. If you tell them to say woo woo, they say woo woo.
Au hata ndio kisirani. Au ndio hata shida.
Adhani mtu anakuambia niko na akili yangu.
But those are the girls that you guys go for.
No? Sometimes.
What is your for men? They are already. No. Come on, go ahead.
No, nilikuwa nasema hata ukipeleka mtoto kwa candy store, ataenda achague kale ka patco, ataenda achague lollipop. So kama niko huko najaribu ku get back on my feet, utatafuta lollipop. Lakini kama lollipop haitapatikana, pia unaweza tafuta patco.
Let me ask this question. Let me ask this question. It wasn't in my notes, but I'm going to ask. Let me ask this question. Why do men cheat? Help every sister out there. Help every sister out there. Why do men cheat?
Do what?
Why do men? Why do men cheat?
It's a two-way. It's a two-way thing.
Okay.
I think it's a two-way because it takes two to tangle. So itakuwa na manzi na patakuwa na jamaa. So it's a two-way traffic. It's not about men. Men ni venye tu tunakuaga. For us, we don't. We in words si tunakuaga few words, men of few words. Sika yani mimi nilifanywa. We intend to keep our cool na maneno yetu. So tunakaa ni sisi si ucheza sana. But it's a two-way thing.
You just went around like this.
No, he answered you when and I'm going to expound and add to his words. Na siakwa gosirehe biology ini. Ng'ombe hederia ena muruke. Ehora kiugo pio. It wants to get out of there because it's on heat. So what do? We bring the bull to eat and we take it to the bull. And that way it will get pregnant and we shall be able to have milk. Because our key part is to have milk. But the byproduct of that pregnancy is a calf that you can sell, that you can keep, that you can do whatever. Now, that was created by our creator. The animal, no ginyege muruke, it has to go on heat so that it can be actually taken to the bull and do whatever. Now, for human beings, mutigea muruke, we don't know. When you ovulate, you do not come with a stamp that says I'm ovulating. And because of the many issues that women have, we are only limited to 2 safe weeks in the month of us having a chance of procreation. Now, muthuri akoragwo na 4 weeks in a month. Na muthuri and 2 weeks only to have fun, whether it's your wife, or your lungulet, or your whatever. The first week, it is because of natural things that women have. The second week, mokorago mukuyo ovulate kana mugikuhiriria hau ni mutwendete muno hindi yo na niguo mutuiguaga. The third week ni inegene itoe munegenaga niki. Munapiganga tu kilele mkiamka na mkilala. So hiyo wiki hata kuna vitu inaendelea. Sasa hiyo ingine ya mwisho unasaidiwa. Hiyo ilipatiwa bonus kama Mungu. Now, coming back to why men cheat. Men were made to be visual beings. Sasa, how do you want to justify something that is biologically engineered in us when we see? If you wear a miniskirt and you come to me and we start talking, it takes two to tango. Because the first thing that you did is provocate me. I'm a visual being. So biologically, it is to see. That is why.
How are you being provocated by who? Because you are the one who is cheating. The people who are cheating
because they saw the die.
Then I went to Walmart. I was only going to buy a piece of cake because it was her birthday. But between me returning the cart and getting back to the car, nikakutana na Githremende akanichekesha. Nimesahau agenda yenye nilikuwa nayo imetoka kwa kichwa immediately. Hata tutakapo tuongee for 2 hours and I'll still come home with the cake. But now, how do you kind of prevent that? This is up to the woman. How do you prevent the man from cheating? Just be a woman.
Yes. So command, I'm on your side. If you go to cheat because you are a woman, that one I'm on your side. No, komutini ne yako heido. Na no rathi kuria jari. Ehe ni wewe murume.
Rekegure atiriri. Digweciria hena mundu ukoragwo a satisfied wega few na agathie naja. Na reke nyambe ndihithe. To mahiga macio nĩ maroka.
Tuigue Grace tondu we nĩ ũrakĩmenya.
I disagree. I disagree.
Matihonaga.
Matihonaga. That's the problem. Somebody who is doing that ni mtu mwenye akona tumbo kubwa. Your stomach is already obese. It wants just to take in and taking and taking and taking. You're never satisfied. And there's a craving that you can never satisfy until yourself you come into reality that I'm suffering from, or I have a dysfunction. That I don't like to see thighs, because every time I see a thigh, I want to chew on that thigh bone.
No,
as you explain that, remember, I want you, when you are done, you flip the subject and explain to me why women cheat.
No, I understand. I can understand. Unajua kama ande when I was young, wakati nilikuwa 20s hivi, yani that is when I was going to disco, wakati nilikuwa naendanga rumba. And I used to go with my husband. Mimi kitu ya kwanza kabla tuende naye disco, nilikuwa nampatia mizigo vizuri sana na mnyorosha. Agekija disco baya guy, wote mundu angeona
you don't take a loaded gun to the party.
Naona mtu watu wanasema hebu ona huyu amependwa na hajui mimi nilimtengeneza before. It works.
Na mko mnakunywa pombe, mnatembea na miguu. Mlikuwa watu wazuri siku zenyu.
Sana ona atake mrefu. Lakini mimi yangu na kuna wasichana wazuri anaweza angalia hawezi. Adona ni muhairi anoga. Ndio hicho cianoga ni cianoga. Sasa unabembeleza nini sasa hivi kapa kwanza kama ya 1 week anyotokete vio.
That's very true. I think that is the secret to keeping your man at home.
I think next time we need to bring Mama Fuadi atupatie the formula, a good formula, so that we see kama tunaweza ibia hiyo formula to keep these men
Yes, me, I used to do that to my husband very much. Hata these days. Nikijua tunaenda pahali kuna warembo. Kwanza wakati kuna summertime. Na mimi najua ile story iko yeye atakaa pale kwa beach akiangalia. No mwakademu hiyo na kodi eda. Lazima nimpatie. Ali hari ya beach hata mkipita hapa mkiwa warembo hata haoni. Akomete huo. Neko horeria indo.
Ni odola muona.
Ndio ndiarono.
We Mama Fuadi.
Is that true? You guys, is that true?
100%.
Men go by sight.
Oh yeah.
Lord, every woman out there, you better keep your men on check.
Oh yeah.
Kama Mama Fuadi venye amesema.
Unaona kama maji ya sama.
Okay. I'm not gonna say nothing. Umeuliza why women cheat.
Yeah, because I've heard a few accounts, and it's sorry, Desh.
Why do women cheat? Joyce, why do women cheat?
I was a very good cheater, but now I'm not I'm a very good woman.
No, I need to.
A good woman. When you're coca.
So when you want to cheat, cheat?
Women don't cheat because they don't love their husbands. Otherwise, wanakuanga wanapenda mabwana zao sana. But because maybe they get pissed off. Labda bwana yake labda hakuangalii, maybe you feel he's not looking at you, hakupatii zile compliment. Wewe ukitoka pale nje supermarket unakuta mtu anakuambia hello, you are beautiful. Wewe unajikuta ndani wacha mlango.
Nyinyi Diamond, why do you think women cheat?
They do. But the difference is, for men, they go by sight.
No, why do you think women cheat?
Sindio sana.
But why?
You are like 90%.
Okay, why do you think they cheat?
90%. Tuko wengi hivyo.
Mwe mko wengi sana.
Yenye mko kwa hii dunia.
Huyu anasema that's white people term, not African mandigo.
Oh, Jesus.
No, but I think women so much. They cheat also for revenge. Not, I mean, too much is for revenge. You go for revenge. Labda bwana yako he's cheating. I'm not saying that maybe he's cheating or maybe unaona something weird hivi unaenda nje and you just go there to kutoa tu stress. See that you go there because you want someone.
Yeah.
Not like men when they go there unaona wanaendanga, wanajisahau, wanatoa hata condom, wanaendelea na maneno unasikia hata wamezalisha.
Right.
Mwanamke ni ngumu sana when a woman is cheating on her husband, ni ngumu sana usikie ati ameenda ati unasikia ati amefika pale ati amepata mimba.
That's true.
About these women wale wako na akili zao, mimi siongei mambo ya wanawake wako nange. Hapana. I'm talking about those women kwa sababu kuna wanawake waeshima unaona lakini nje wanaendanga. Most women wanaendanga. Let's say the truth, si wanaume peke yake. And there is really what you say. Yes, there are so many.
And I think that is one of the biggest problems we are having with the sanctity of marriage. Although people are not respecting what it means, because their solutions and conversations go a long way. If I'm married to you and we are having an issue somewhere, it is okay to voice it. But half of us, we are so much concentrating na huyu mtu alinikosea, alinifanyia. Even I'm not saying that either sex is right. No, male and female, sisi wote we do the same thing. It's only that females are better in hiding it than male.
Very good in that.
But now, for the few that believe in the institution of marriage, institutions of the family, I think the approach would be not to ask why, but to try and find a way to keep families together. Although at the end of the day, the same issues now we are talking about, they're going to be bigger when we are gone and we are having now our kids having kids. Yeah. Because we have already brought them into a very dysfunctional system. Right. That they don't even know the right way to react when you get picked up by dad today, tomorrow you get picked up by mom, the next day you're coming with a school bus, the next day you're going there with dad's boyfriend, then they dump each other within 3 weeks, you have another boyfriend. You know, it's not psychologically right, especially with the kind of...
Don't go to that subject because that's the subject that we're gonna come after. Don't talk about that. We'll handle that. It's on the line. It's on the line for sure. So don't go there. So I think let me tell you, for a woman to cheat, they do not wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to cheat. It is thought through. It is contemplated. It's something that they have digested. And there has to be a reason attached to it.
Yes.
So it's not just like a man, because a man, apparently, they are bulls. They go by the smell of their eyes. That's what Kabbalah said. They smell with their eyes and they do it. Women don't do that. We just don't walk out there and say, oh, man, that's a fine man, 6-pack, 6 feet tall, looking. No, we don't go like that. We can say, but it doesn't mean that we go after or to sleep with them. Especially when you're in a relationship. Sisemi kama when you Joyce amesema when you are
yes, ni ukweli.
Yeah, a married woman or a woman in a relationship does not wake up in the morning and just do it. But each for his own.
I think even because sometimes you are not sure of the person you have. Ukiona mtu akichita kama mwanaume, is because he see hata kama huyu ni bibi yake, haoni kama huyu bibi yake ni bibi yake forever. Anafikiria huyu bibi yake labda bibi yake siku moja ataenda. So for him even sometime anafanya hizo maneno. You know, there is always this kind, or the woman is very good, or the husband is a cheater, or that one, the other one, negative and positive. It's very difficult to pata kuna mwanamke mzuri na bwana yake ni mzuri. Mimi sijui kwa nini. Lazima upate mmoja.
There's a crazy one.
Hata mko mmependana, amwezi pendana ati equally, lazima kuwe mmoja amependa zaidi kuliko yule mwingine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Na yule anakuanga amependa zaidi ndio anaumianga.
Very true. Yes.
Na huko nilitoka. Mimi nilisema sitakubali hiyo maneno.
Ulikuwa huko lini? Ulikuwa huko lini?
Mimi nakwambia roho yangu nakwanga nimeiweka hapa, kazi yake tu naipatia kazi yake, na naipatia hata vitamin ya damu ifanye kazi yake ya damu, lakini mwanaume
she's always crazy.
I can't anymore.
So then when you are when you're in a relationship, ni upendo tu, the normal upendo ama ni what can you tell me that?
I love him with my brain.
Oh.
Hapa.
Okay.
Joyce amekuwa robot.
Wachana na roho ya Mungu.
Roho ya Mungu
hapa ndio tukupendea.
Kwa hivyo unaweza amka siku moja. Na wewe Desh, unapenda na kichwa ama na roho?
Yote. Ukiingia unaingia na miguu yote.
Naga ni roho wa moega ndo kama kile moega ni uri ingira klabu ni yakwa.
Tu aromirwo.
Ni kuigua yure wega.
Urumagwo no kauga ati no witure o hau haria. Till you get it right.
Till you get it right. Yeah. Me, I've been there where I have been wounded, I have been hurt, I've been betrayed. But there's one thing that I always said. I will always rise up to the moment again. I will never stop loving, and I will never stop being vulnerable to the right person. Because hatuwezi weka all the potatoes in one basket. Just because this potato was bad and this was bad and this was bad, I'm not going to put them in the same basket. Maybe down the line.
Joyce no computerized.
Technology. Tunapendana kiteknoloji. Uko hapa tunaangaliana macho kwa macho. I love you unafunga macho. Hapana, tunaambiana I love you na macho hivi.
I'm very open. I'm very open. If I get the right person, somebody, you know, who we can move to the next phase, I think I'll still love, and I know I'll still love, and I know I'll still be vulnerable, because sometimes we build these walls after getting betrayed or hurting. I'm poking there, but it's true. It's true. I get the right person.
That's the way.
Yeah, and the right person to me, one, it's a godly person, because a godly person will have a strong foundation and will have the morals that zenye hazina any other person out there. I believe so. There's a guiding light in them. The right men are the right men. I cannot have somebody from my head. I'll make decision, not just my heart, but my mind, my head, my brain. But siwezi kaa tu hivi niseme
sasa hapo kanyangia hapo. Wewe unasema with my head, the time you are saying inateremka hapo ndio sasa macho inafungika. The time you ikiteremka hapo sasa you are finished. No. Ai.
Just because my previous relationship did not work out right doesn't mean that this is gonna fail.
True.
I think to me relationship mimi naona saa zingine ni kama business. It's a risk. Huyu si mtu mmezaliwa na yeye, huyu si mtu wenu. This is somebody coming from outside with their own mess, and they have a lot of things in their closet, and they have their shenanigans and their family, you know, the DNA that they come.
Yeah, it's a business. Lakini kama business imekufa, ukifungua hoteli ikufe, wewe ni ujinga uende kufungua hoteli nyingine. Change the career. Kwa sababu it means that one was not your career.
But the problem is probability ya kupata mtu kaa ulikuwa your ex is like 90%, because first can you fall in love now with that character? So unafikiria na yeah, that's true. You'll go like round in circles. Unajikuta huyu tu ni kaule mwingine. Like musician unakuta kama ametoa song inaenda kukaa ile ingine. That was a hit song, unapata yenye tatoa next like the other hit song. So that's the problem that we make.
I refuse, reject, rebuke. Now that one I'll rebuke. I will rebuke, I'll terrorize in Jesus' name.
Amen. Wacha nikuseme amen. Ndio kama ndeta tuheshia. Mimi hata kama ndiye mtu siye.
Unajua nilikuwa nimetoka kidogo with the topic. Remind me the topic.
Joyce amesema haidepend on somebody from the heart anymore. Because it was broken into pieces, and she has not been able to bring those pieces together. So she loves from her brain. Okay. For me, I love from both, because I'll make the decision, but I'm also going to make I'm going to be purposeful to love that person and be vulnerable. Because most of the time we can love people and never be vulnerable with them because we have created these walls, right? Mm-hmm. But I want to love and be vulnerable with that person. Because who knows?
Mm-hmm. I think. Mm-hmm. No, I think both of your points are very valid, and I would understand where Mama Ford would come from with the whole idea of protect your heart. Yeah. And it will take me back to one of my relationships that I had, and the lady told me you have to learn how to be selfish in life. And by being selfish, sometimes it's mistaken as putting guards up. It is not guards you're putting up, but you have to realize that the other person you're meeting is somebody that comes from a different family, different background, and has different kind of tools in their closet and what they're bringing on board. So where do I agree with you? If I am in love with you and I say that I love you and I'm in a committed relationship with you, I should be giving my 100% to you, which includes my heart, but not in a foolish way. You have to guide yourself. You have to guard yourself. Be selfish sometimes, because you will meet people who out there, they claim to love you when you umeita wanaume mwitu, but yes, you have already committed hey, how are you?
Hey, hi.
Welcome.
Sasa. Karibu.
Yay. Sorry, come on.
No, you'll be excited to see you. So at the end of the day, it's both of them. Fall in love, experiment in love, find people out there, but guard yourself. Have your guard up a little bit, because venye politicians wanasemanga hii Kenya si ya mamako, huo mtu si wa mamako, so they may treat you like bullshit, and they may treat you like to where wadhorodo kemene. That is where the part will come from. But you are very right on saying yes. roho lazima ikuwe involved. If you're in love with somebody and you're in a relationship with him, give them your best and your fullest. I believe in that. That's my take.
100%. Even if you're hurt
Way,
again and again
yes.
and again and again.
Well, Dash was on something, because you have to realize you have to break your cycles, and those cycles, they happen because you're not selfish enough to guard yourself. So if you always set your bar, I like 6-packs, I like people who drive Mercedes, I like people who like do this, but they're all idiots, you're still gonna be in the same cycle. So you have to learn. Every relationship has to make you learn something that you did not know about yourself.
Right.
And that is what you got. The part, what you lost is what you got. If you lost trust, guard yourself. If people are cheating around, you are worth more than that. It doesn't mean yako ni ya gorova titamweka, lakini.
Yes.
And that brings me to the next point, and maybe hopefully we will finish up here soon. So those people who have been wounded multiple times, because they have learned a lot about themselves, when they get into another relationship and they have already set up their standard because of the things that they have learned, wanasemekana ni kuringa wanaringa, watu wanasema ni kuringa na ringa, but umepitia so many things that you've come to a place where you have set your standards, that I cannot do this, I cannot do this, and I cannot do this.
Yeah.
This is what I can compromise, this is what I cannot compromise.
Yeah.
But people interpret that as you're feeding yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
Let me kind of ask you a question. When you say you have set your standards, and hapa ni pomaringo kujia.
Good question.
The standards. If you talk to most of these women, oh, I want a tall guy, I want a skinny guy. Those are not standards. That is dumbest thing you have ever done. You could be having the person that will get you to be your soulmate is 4 foot and you're 5'9".
Yes.
And you're here chasing. It is like if you change your name, your sister named you Waiderero, or your mother named you Waiderero. Then you come to America, you call yourself Jezebel. Mamako anaombea Waiderero, Jezebel huku unaumia tu. Unasema mamangu aniombeangi. Ulijibadilisha. So, tallness, rich, that is not standards. If you want to set standards for a spouse or a mate, look for a personality. Set them on that kind of a level. And from there, the rest of it follows. Someone who appreciates and loves you and takes you who you are will even be more beneficial. Like Mama Fuadi and her 90-year-old husband, she's very happy.
Yes, me, I'm very happy with mine.
So Kamande, let me ask you. You want to tell me even the physique part is, I know it should not be a factor, but unfortunately it is a factor. People put that into you know that, because you cannot date no huge. You know you cannot date a huge.
My bartender told me, if you cannot carry, do not marry.
Oh, you.
So I stick to my lane.
The physics still plays a part. That's all I'm saying. It's still a standard.
Yeah, but it should not be the baseline.
It should not be the baseline. That's right.
Yeah.
It should not be the baseline. Yes.
Look at a person's personality first. Guide it on that.
Well, guys, we are 1 hour 33 minutes. Let me tell you, we did not even talk about everything that I was planning we talk about, but that's okay. It pushes us to next week. Thank you guys for showing up, coming here, being with us. Thank you, Desh and Kamande, our diamonds. Nilijaribu kuita other diamonds. I don't know where they disappeared to. And thank you, Mama Fuadi, all the way from Italy. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mama Fuadi.
We always close with I know.
God bless.
Nataka kila mtu apatiane. Hey, Joyce.
Yeah.
I want to finish up. Kila mtu apatiane award. You give award before you leave. Usitutoe hapa kama this girl how she did us.
Janet.
And the timekeeper is back.
The timekeeper is back. I know. Ushaona ni free.
My battery inaisha hizi za earphone.
Tupatie the last word.
Thank you very
Comment.
much. I've enjoyed. God bless you. Good for that. Wacha Kamande aendelee.
What did you learn today?
Who, me?
No, Joyce, what did you learn today?
Aya, nitokia Kamande start you nikumbuke sasa. What I've learned today a lot.
Just one.
I've learned like because me I was more interested with these men being interested in young girls. So nilianza hapo kwa nini wanapenda wanawake wadogo. That one is very important for me. You know, najua mimi hata mimi niko na bwana ya kuangalia. Sasa lazima niangalie kwa nini anaangalia ya wasichana wadogo. Ndio hata mimi nione vile nitajiweka.
Okay.
Nikiingia na technology.
Fair enough. Na wewe Kamande?
Leo nimesoma kitu ya maana sana. Ya kwamba msichana lazima apatiwe heshima yake. And treat them right. Otherwise, they will end up going out there.
Amen.
Na kitu ya pili, bado I still insist. I want to hear the tongue twister from Dash next time. Hiyo yako ulifagia.
Okay. We'll take that.
Point taken.
Yeah, and of course, thank you, Amazing Grace, for the platform. Mama Fuadi, always a pleasure. And Dash.
Thank you.
Kabisa.
What about you, Dash?
Mimi naweza sema it was a great show also. Na I'll still stick to your point. Kama nikupenda unapenda ile ya kabisa. Lakini tunakumbuka ile story, kuna ile story ilikuwa mtu alikuwa kwa hii nini inaitwa mental hospital. Palikuwa na kashimo wametoboa place. So walikuwa na kama wanasema number 5. So ona zile number 5 ni gari ni game na kama unachungulia hapo wanakudunga. So wanamalizana number 5. So uwezi rudisha macho tena hapo. So hata kama unapenda bado usirudi pale lakini penda nao with a different tune. Unasikia thank you guys.
That's so funny. Ukweli.
All right, thank you so much Kamande, Mama Fuadi, Joyce, Kenyan, Janet na wale wote walikuwa online.
That was nice.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Usiendae kuchungulia mkisikia jina yenu ikiitwa mnachungulia. Somebody's gonna get a poking. I thank you guys for our viewers. Thank you everybody for showing up in the show. We didn't have everybody here because some people work, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week we are coming back. I'm hoping we're gonna have just a comedy day for next week. I'm just gonna tell you guys. I wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to tell you, but we're gonna have a Sunday of comedy. That's about it because we have very comic people here, which I love. I love these three guys here. So thank you. God bless you, and have a nice.
Na costumes. Tutakuja nazo.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't care for it. Next time I don't care for costume.
Okay. Sounds good. Love you guys. Love you. Have a good night.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you too. Bye-bye.